right, lesson 60, geometric solids, prisms, and cylinders. So much beautiful, rich vocabulary in this section that, you know, later today when you're bored and you're sick of Fortnite, just kidding, does anyone actually, guys? Yeah, all right. But you can come back and revisit some of this information that you're gonna need. A right triangular prism, right circular cylinder, lateral edges, altitude. What is altitude going to refer to in a solid? What's another word for altitude, do you think?
Height.
Height, exactly. Planes have, you know, they reach a certain altitude, we think of it that way, and solids have a height or an altitude. And that is the perpendicular segment joining the planes, so it's straight up and down. Okay, so that, like if you had a slanted cylinder, you know, like this, okay, the height is straight up and down. The height is not the length of the side of it, it's perpendicular distance between the two. All right, when it says a right triangular prism or a right rectangular prism or a right trapezoidal prism, you're talking about their bases. The lateral edges are at right angles to the bases. Okay. In this section, we're going to look at the difference between the volume and the area. Volume, in practical terms, would be like filling it up. Okay, you're filling it up, a present, or a package, or a cylinder. If we had a container of oatmeal here, and we filled it up, that's the volume. If we took the wrapper off, that's the lateral area. If we took the wrapper off and we took the top and the bottom off, that's the total surface area. In this section, we're just talking about the volume and the lateral surface area. What's another word for lateral? When do you ever hear that, or any part of that word? Lateral. Lats.
Latitude?
Latitude, yeah. Okay, latitude, longitude, yeah. All right, so what do they give us here? Do they give us any definitions? On page 244, it says the volume of prisms and cylinders is equal to the area of the base times the height. Now, it doesn't list it here, but the way that I like to, and many people talk about that, volume equals area of the base. And when we talk about, like if we have a triangle, right, and the area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height, right? So to not get confused, when we're talking about the area of a base, we're going to use a capital B and the height. So the area of the base times the height. It's very straightforward. So for practice problem A, says the area of the base of a rectangle prism. It gives you the area. Is that awesome? So the area of the base is 34 inches squared, and the length of the lateral edge is 12 inches. Find the volume of the pentagonal prism. So what are we looking for?
Volume.
Volume. What's the first thing we do?
Area of base times
When we're solving a...
Oh, draw a diagram.
Okay, you could draw a diagram. That's a good thing to do. So especially drawing is a lost art, obviously. Get mine. Okay, so let's draw this guy. We've got the back, the sides, front of this pentagon. And then we can draw the same thing down here, but we're going to dot it out a little so you can see it's like not seen. Let's see who can draw the best pentagonal prism. And then you just connect, well, it's not mine, guys. Then we just connect the lines here. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Okay, So, the area of the base is that capital B, it gives us is 34 inches squared, and we know that's area because we have the squared term there, and it says the lateral edge is 12 inches. Now, after the diagram, what else do I need whenever I'm solving a problem with a formula? Diana? Write the formula down. Always write the formula down. Even if it's right here, write it. Volume equals area of the base times the height. And be very careful in your head. Your self-talk is very important. So when I'm writing this, I'm not saying V equals BH, and I'm not saying volume equals base times height. I'm saying what? Volume equals area of the base times the height. All right. So all you have to do, simple, 34 times 12. We love this problem, don't we? What's 34 times 12? Anybody?
408.
Thank you. Inches, what? Thank you, yes, because we have, and I should have written inches here and inches squared there, so we get volume is cubic inches. Hooray. Now B says, find the lateral area of this right prism. Aren't you glad we drew it out? Oh, it's a different one. That's okay. Let's change here. We'll just erase this. It says find the lateral surface area of this right prism whose bases are regular pentagons, dimensions are in feet. So we have 16 and 12. It's a regular. What does it mean if it says it's regular?
Just a normal multiplication.
A regular polygon.
It's normal.
It's normal, okay? Normal. But more mathematically specific here means all the sides are congruent. Okay, all the sides are the same. If it didn't say it was regular, then I'd say, how do I know what the rest of the measures are? Okay, so if we were to look at this, here, our lateral surface area formula, and they don't give this to you, but I'm going to give it to you free of charge. You're welcome. Instead of the area of the base times the height, okay, if we were to unfold this, you would see that we take the perimeter times the height. So we're going to take the perimeter of the base. Again, that capital P is going to stand for perimeter of the base. So that's what we write here. L, lateral area, equals the perimeter of the base times the height. What's the perimeter of this base? P equals 5 times 12, because we have 5 sides there in a pentagon, which is 60. So we get 60 times the height, 16. And what is that?
960.
Thank you, Talia. And again, do we have inches squared or cubed?
Squared.
Yep, because we're talking about area, not volume.
Feet.
Yes. I was just seeing if you were paying attention. You passed, Diana. You won the chocolate factory.
Squared.
Okay.